What's up, you guys? Your girl Gigi here. My nice old plush robe that I be having. I know I'm looking like somebody's auntie today, but it don't matter. I'm trying to get, my last minute packing in before heading out of town for my sister's baby shower. So today's kind of going to be like one of my last uploads before the weekend. But before I left, I just had to get to talking to you guys about life after lockup. Because like I always say, this show is just so bad. It is good. Like you really be like thinking, people ain't this dumb. Like, people really can't be this stupid, and yet they are, and I'm here for every minute of it. Now, if I'm looking a little weird on your screen, I'm sorry, or if it's not as bright as it usually is. I'm kind of recording this later on in the day, and I tend to record by my window, and it's a little shady, so I'm sorry if it's not as bright as it typically is, but nonetheless, let's get into this review. So let's start talking with Cheryl and Josh, because Cheryl honestly gets on my nerves. Like, I'm constantly seeing women choose men who ain't gonna be bringing nothing to the table over their kids. Now, she is going off to Colorado chasing after Josh, and her sister straight up gave her the warnings, like, you're gonna be spending your money, wasting your time with this dude. But, Cheryl even said to herself, I know it doesn't make sense, but the thing is, I love him. I'm not gonna abandon him, all that type of stuff, whoop-de-whoop, because, love cures all. But she goes off to Colorado, and we see Josh gets a call by her because her car done broke down, right? So she's asking him to come pick her up. Well, he can't go pick her up. He got to use his mama car. So I guess goes into like a laundromat and tells the mom, well, Cheryl's here. And first of all, the look on Miss Tina's face was like, damn, this bitch, like, she's still here. And he's like, well, I want to go pick her up. Like, you got to come. And so she's like, we got to go now. He's like, yeah, her and her son out in the sun. So Miss Tina and Josh drive over there, and you can already tell Miss Tina got a chip on her shoulder when it comes to Cheryl. Like, these heifers just do not like each other, and I agree with Josh. It's honestly because they are one and the same. They bossy, they, like to take charge. If you don't listen to what they say, they want to throw a fit. Like, they both one and the same. But Tina pulls up and Josh goes out there to hug Cheryl and stuff. They had a good old nice little smoocheroo, hello kiss and stuff. And the son was out there with no shoes. I'm confused, Cheryl. Where the hell were your son's shoes at? Y'all were just standing out there and you was just gonna let his feet burn on the concrete? But, a big question I was asking is, I thought you had 3 kids. So I'm only going to assume that your other 2 kids are with their grandparents, but why are you taking one son across the country to Colorado when you don't even for sure got a place that y'all gonna be laying y'all's head at night? Like, I'm confused, like, how a man always seems to be able to cloud women's judgment, and takes them away from the main decisions that need to be about their kids. Like, I'm just so confused about that. So her and Cheryl and her kid get in the car, and Miss Tina ain't waste no time talking about, oh, so y'all gonna be here? And she like, yeah. She's like, for a couple of days, if that's all right. She's like, yeah, I guess. But 3 days, bitch, I give you 3 days. Miss Tina was not playing. I said, dang, not even a week. Usually people be nice and give you like, I'll give you, a week so you can find something. But Miss Tina said, you got 3 days. Honestly, 3 day, 2 night. That's what that is, okay? They get back to the house and stuff, and Josh is talking to the mama and everything about, the plans, and they need to get Cheryl's car fixed. So, because her car broke down, and so she's like, okay, I'm put the laws down, like, I ain't gonna be cooking, I ain't gonna be cleaning, like, y'all grown-ass people, and you need to make sure to bring my son home by 9. And this sets Cheryl off. Well, not freaking dirt, Tina. Of course, tell me when my fiance needs to be home, when your boy needs to be home, because I'm just a dumbass and I don't know. I said, wait a minute, where all this heat come from this little ass body? Like, first of all, you in my house, girl. Don't be talking to me slick, because I'll kick you right out on the street. But secondly, I'm not gonna lie, Miss Tina was coming a little, spicy. I guess it was the tone of her voice that was just, obviously taking it to a lot more tense place than it needed to be. But point is, Josh is like, look, mama, I have to use your car. She said, for what? He was like, unless you plan on driving this around, like, I need to, drive around to get the car fixed and try and get a house and stuff. So she's like, okay, you can have the car. So hopefully, maybe in the next 3 days, because that's all you got, Cheryl, you need to find a place for your son to put his head at night. Like, I'm confused how you just went across the country, didn't know your son was gonna be sleeping. Especially, you just thought, oh, I'm gonna go stay at a woman's house that I absolutely cannot stand, and she cannot stand me. I'm confused, like, how you even put yourself in that predicament. But We're gonna see how that plays out. So let's move on to good old Lacey and John and Shane. Now Lacey, you know, she got the bad news last episode that good old John ended up back locked up because he was riding out in the blaze of glory. He was like out in the streets, DWI, DUI, with the paraphernalia, you know, all that logical term with, what's it called? Not logical terms, legal terms. And she, I guess, you know, finally decided to come home to Shane. Now Shane, he outside talking with a friend and stuff, I think. And he's like, well, where you been? Because he was looking for her after the fight and stuff. And she's like, he's gone. And Shane was like, gone, like dead gone? She was like prison. He was like, well, how do you feel? And she was like, sad, but you know, I just really expected a lot more for him. You can, because y'all were together since you were in high school, but woman, you got a whole husband. You can't be worried about no other nigga no more. That's the choice that you make when you decide to put, you know, change your last name to Shane's last name, whatever the hell it is. Like, you can't be worried about this ex of yours that you found out, first of all, ain't even a daddy to none of your kids. Like, you have no connection to him. And I feel like she just wants to keep searching for him because she knows at the end of the day that's a man that's always gonna, you know, be up her ass. And she, like, unfortunately, like, having men chase her because it makes her feel better. Now Shane, you can tell he low-key happy, but he ain't want to put it out there like, yes, I'm glad this nigga gone. But she's like, he's in prison forever. Like, he's gone. And, you know, y'all just kind of work through that. And you need to be glad that happened, Lacey, because honestly, that man was just going to cause you more heartbreak and strife. Now, I'm confused because she said he gone, but I don't know what his charges are for him to be, like, in prison, to be, like, gone. But I thought I saw him and Shane got a fight on one of these previews, so maybe he ain't gone for real. Now, Shane, I know for this short minute of time, you're going to be happy, son, that he locked away, but don't get too excited, because if there's ever a thing Lacey knows how to do, it is find a man to come running after her, and she likes to play fixer-upper. She wants to be the one to help fix John and get his life together, but honey, an addict is the addict, and that's always what it's going to be. Now, speaking of addict, we need to get onto Clint and Tracy, because he drove back home to tell the parents, you know, what happened about Tracy getting arrested. Now, he walks up in the house and, you know, all gloomy and stuff, like, Mom. And she's like, hey, Clint. And now Clint looked like he'd been through the fire, too. Now, she's like, well, where's Tracy? He's like, there's something I got to tell you. So she's like, you're scaring me. She's like, where's Tracy? He's like, well, there's only two things that can keep us apart, death and prison. So she in prison? She's like, yeah, Mom, she locked up. And she was like, at first you could tell in the back of her head, it was like, here this shit go again. But she wanted to be there to support her son. And I think they honestly did try to give, you know, Tracy a chance, because she did talk to the mom that one episode last season and really explain, like, you know, she's going to try to be clean for Clint. And I believed her too. I really do think Tracy wanted it. I do. It's just that kicking that bad habit, man, is hard. Especially when you don't have an active partner, making sure you're going to meetings and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you guys have been saying, like, I watch on Twitter and stuff, tweet about the show. A lot of y'all think Clint out there doing that shit with her, because his face looked like it's been dug out, and he got that meth addict face for sure. Hell, it could be herpes on the face for all I know, because I don't think the parents knew that he got arrested as well. He made sure to leave that little tidbit out. He just said, oh, you know, she got busted with paraphernalia, and they arrested her. I just need to bail her out. And the mom starts crying like, you know, I really wanted this. I started caring for her. You know, I knew y'all were going to get it together. But, you know, Clint, how much longer are you going to sit here and do this? Like, you're going to waste your money and time. And he's like, Mom, I just can't abandon her right now. And then the daddy happened to walk in. Daddy's so over this shit. He's so done with Clint talking about this girl, Tracy. He, you know, walks in and the mom's like, okay, tell him. He's like, well, Tracy arrested. He like, oh, really? Again? This is what happened again? And, you know, the dad's like, well, damn, isn't this like the third? And he said the sixth. Like, the daddy was like, oh, the third since she been with you. Nigga, she been arrested 6 times, Clint, already. 3 after you already. Y'all ain't been together for that long. So, you know, Tracy, she allergic to the, like, she can't get straight. Like, she's just addict to the streets. Now, the dad looked at him like, it started slapping himself on the head, talking about like, how many times do you need to bump your head? He was like, son, like, this is enough. Like, how much more is it gonna take? Because he's like, you're supposed to be doing good last year. Like, look at how this past year, how bad everything went. And Clint's like, yeah, I know, but I just need you guys to support me. I don't even know help financially, no nothing. I just need support. And the mom was like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, you want us to be, hard on you and make sure y'all get stuff together. And then, just support us, sit back, be quiet, and like watch you baby yourself and treat this woman, keep going back to a woman that is honestly going to hurt you in the end. Because although I do think Tracy and Clint do love each other, Clint, you are an uphill battle, you're going to be constantly bonding that woman out of jail because you feel guilty moving on, or you're just too insecure to try and look for another woman. And you're partly broken too, so you're addicted to the broken in her, as well. And this is just a story is only going to go downhill. So speaking of downhill, let's talk about good old Newport smoking Angela and Tony. Now, Tony, he done weaseled his way into the house, the one he called our house, but nigga, last time I checked, you weren't paying no motherfucking bills in that house. But he walks up like, Angela, come on, please let me in. Let me just shower. Angela smoking to my, I'm sick of this, Tony. I really am. Here I am saving you again, Tony. He's like, Angela, look, I slept in the car all night. First of all, you let that nigga sleep in your car? Angela, why is he sleeping anywhere on your property? You said you was gonna burn his stuff and he need to be gone. Why he not at that whole Brook house or whatever, the bitch's name that you called up and said, here come Tony? Why he ain't over there? And none of the fact, he got all these rooms rented at Motel 6. He could take his ass to the motel. Hell, he had no problem sleeping with the prostitutes then. He can sleep with them now. Because ain't no way you can be sleeping in my car after I found out that you did all this stuff. Like, Angela, you are really insecure. You are a really insecure woman. Not only that, it's like you at this age where you old, you partly hitting menopause. So, like, you partly starting to dry up. And Tony's, like, the only thing keeping you semi-moist down there. And so she was talking to the producers like, I really hope I didn't make a mistake letting Tony back in my house, but he just weasels his way back in. The way he kisses me makes me feel, the way he touched me, I always fall for it. You didn't say nothing about his personality, the way he makes you feel. The only thing you could talk about was the way this man touched you and how that makes you all right and turn you on. Like, Angela, that's the problem. You are willing to, probably the dick can't be that good. Like, he don't even look like he got no good hip strokage. So I'm not sitting here buying it. This is just the best, peen in your life to where you are this dumbfounded over the dick. I'm not believing it. You just lonely, sis. That's it. Now, speaking of sis, Angela go off to work and she told Tony, get the hell out of my house by 5 o'clock. By the time I get off work, take your ass a shower and you can go. But that's it. Now, Angela's sis came, y'all. I love Donna Faye. That bitch is funny. And she be speaking, like, straight to the point with Angela. So she said, let me get Tony back. And she's like, you let him back in the house, didn't you? Didn't you? She said, I did. And she's like, how much longer are you going to sit here and put up with this? This man is conning you. He is using you. And Angela got the nerve to talk about some shit like, oh, love conquers all. This sister looked at her like, I can't believe I'm sharing blood with this woman. Like, you dumb bitch. She said, that is the biggest crock of shit. The biggest crock of shit. Like, ain't nobody talking about love conquers all, especially with Tony. Now, first of all, Tony weaseling his way back over there because that legally is where his parole is at. And Angela, you should have been and called his probation officer and either snitched on him, put it back on the run, or told him to switch the address on his file. That's what you should have did. But I'm glad that at least Angela's sister ain't, isn't just allowing her sister to sit there and be this dumb. Like, she's at least some type of influence in the other direction to turn her ass away from Tony and to let that nigga go rough it on the streets for a little bit. But Tony is like that lost dog that you give him the littlest scrap of food and he gonna stay outside your house until you feed him again. Like, he's just one of them dogs. And he know where it's at, and he know he can touch Angela, make her feel good in all the certain places that need to be. And so her little weak Newport smoking ass lets him back in the home, and it got Donna Faye ready to knock her upside the head because it's so stupid. Angela, I'm just disappointed. You too old for this mess. So let's get on to Brittney and Marcelino. Their story actually is quite, Brittney's just something about her I really just like. You can tell this just what happens when the cards are stacked against somebody, how it just affects their life. So Brittney, she's there with her sister and Marcelino, just talking about how she wants to confront her mom about, you know, her upbringing, because her sister had a very different upbringing than her, because by the time her mom and her dad kind of got it together a little bit more, and by the time her, you know, youngest sister was born, like, they were more of parents, so she didn't get that. So she really wants to have a conversation with her mom just to get all that stuff off her chest about her childhood. Now Marcelino's like, I really want you to have that talk, but I don't know if this is the right time, because this might set her back off. And even the sister was like, you know, you might want to tread on the air of caution, because, you know, the slightest thing could trigger the mom and, you know, make her relapse again, like anything could. So she's like, but no, I need to have a conversation with her. Like, this is something about my childhood, the things she needs to know. And I'm not going to let her to play victim. Like, this is my time to tell her the truth about how, you know, what happened to me after I ran away. So she sees her mom and she gets straight to it. Like, Mom, I need to let you know, like, I felt alone as a kid and like nobody cared, and I ran away, and for nobody to be there, you know, when I got back. First of all, as a parent, how do you just leave? Like, your 12-year-old kid's on the streets and you just leave. Like, I'm confused how that happens. And I get, you know, drug is a hell of a thing, especially if she was on the heroin, or, you know, or that crazy coke, you know, stuff like that, or that meth. Like, that type of stuff just blows your mind. And I get that, but like, forgetting you got a whole child out there, and for Brittney to go through the things that she talked about. She said she was 12, and throughout there that she had her first 2 kids by a 30-year-old, y'all, a 30-year-old man. First of all, whatever that man is, obviously that is statutory rape. And secondly, he took advantage of her, just like she said. She was like, like, he listened to me, whatever I had to say, was, you know, there for me, and I just did whatever he said. And she's like, by the time I had my first 2 kids, you know, the man was 30 years old. First of all, what kind of 30-year-old looks at a 12-year-old, a girl who ain't even hit puberty yet, and is like takes advantage of that? Like, that's just so disgusting. And the fact that she even had to go through something like that, like, that's some scars that she's really gonna have to live through. And then not only that, she talked about how, you know, other adults, you know, he would bring her around other adults who knew she was young and took advantage of that. They made her do all the crimes because she was a minor, and that's basically how she built up her rap sheet, because she was doing all the criminal stuff for the adults, because they knew her shit wouldn't be as bad. And she tried, like, my heart broke when she tried to explain that to the judge. Like, I have no one. Like, if I had the opportunity to get my life on a better track, I would do that. It's just I have no one to help me with that. And that's another thing I feel like that's also wrong with our justice system, is when y'all see people who do kind of do these like petty crimes and stuff like that, it's just so easy to throw the book at them. But honestly, you need to think about like what got them there. Although it's those choices, you know, like Brittney explained, like, you don't just wake up wanting to be bad and do crimes one day. That's not how it goes. Like, it's a slow progression. It has a lot to do with how somebody, you know, is raised, mentored, all that type of stuff. So then the mom is, you know, very remorseful, wish nothing happened on her and stuff like that. And Brittney showed her where she was sleeping outside, y'all. She was sleeping in the goddamn bushes while she was 12, you know, up until whenever, for months and months, she said, just with her sleeping bag. And I could just imagine, like, being that young, cold nights in the bushes. I wouldn't wish that out nobody. Like, my heart just really broke for Brittney. I'm glad to see her mom actually apologized for it. She took, you know, accountability. Like, that was the one thing I was really hoping her mom would give her, because that's definitely what she needed, like, for the healing that she was going to need to have to be able to move forward. I just hope it don't set the mama off, you know, and she go back in the streets, because then this would just be a never-ending circle. So, who did I miss? Oh, y'all, hold up. We got to get on Michael, Sarah, and Meghan. Y'all, these nutcrackers. Now, Michael, you a special kind of nigga, okay? A special kind of hood nigga. Your logic. You the ones that we call, you a nook, okay? Not even the GGA. You a nook, okay? Now, Meghan, hold on, let's talk about Sarah first. Okay, so Sarah, y'all, she tried to get her freak back on. Like, she went to the club with her friend, because they both happened to be single at the same time. And so she went out to the club and everything. Now, it was a white bar, you know, kind of mixture. If there was any other black folks in there besides when they came to talk to her, they was in the corner somewhere. But nonetheless, she's like, man, F Michael, I'm not doing this no more. I've been giving all my years to him. doing everything to try to help him be a better, you know, father to our kids, everything like that. And she had enough. I could see the fed upness on Sarah's face. She definitely went home and played, you know, Mary J. Blige on repeat for sure. So, no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. That's that, boy, that song, it'll put you in your feelings, will it not? All you got to be 11 years I sacrifice. Now, I don't know if it was 11, but bitch, it was 3 or 4. And you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Oh no, I'm not gonna cry. All right, Sarah, don't go home and cry because you got your little swerve back on at the club. It looked like, so she was talking to her friend out of nowhere. This old Wiz Khalifa, Ludacris, have Snoop Dogg wannabe stepped up like real slim, like skinnier than Michael, it looked like. But I'm not gonna lie, he looked better than Michael from what I remember. I think it was his outfit. His outfit was okay. I think it was the outfit that looked okay. But nonetheless, the friend was like, "Oh, girl, who this?" And she was like, "I don't know. What's your name?" And he introduced himself. I think it was Nate. So he started talking like, "What you doing?" She's like, "I'm just having girls' night out. You know, I don't get it often." He's like, "Oh, kids?" And she's like, "Yeah." But she's like, "You know, I don't have I'm not with the baby daddy, but I'm still legally married." I said, "You don't kind of put that out there on the first day, Sarah. Like, you gotta wait. You gotta ease that into, you know, the conversation. You can't just drop it down on the table and be like, bam. I'm halfway through divorce, 2 kids with a no good for nothing baby daddy. Do you want this baggage or not?" Like, that's how that came off. But I guess he was still feeling her, but I'm trying to think, producers, who the hell y'all paid to walk up to her? Because you was not getting ready to tell me that nigga was just sit there in the club and was waiting on Sarah to walk in and decided to sit beside her. You were not going to tell me that. But, you know, we'll play along. So, nonetheless, he sits down, they vibing and stuff, ordering shots, and they get ready to leave. And even the friend's like, you know, F Michael, you know, it's about time Sarah got her groove back. She had a nice little leather jacket, had on her, you know, I'm not quite a hoe, but still can get freaky, you know, type outfit under the jacket. What's the outfit? White chicks? I'm not a hoe, but I'm not a virgin either. Like, she had that kind of outfit on. So her friend gets in the taxi, and then the dude's walking Sarah out, and he's like, "Well, you know, like, it was nice talking to you and stuff." She like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, you know, can I get a goodbye hug?" So they hug, and you can tell in the hug, it was a little tension. It was a little spark there. It could have obviously just been the liquor talking, but it was something. There was definitely a lingering hug. And then he's like, "Well, let's exchange, you know, numbers." So she give her number to him in the phone. He's like, "Well, can I get a goodbye something?" And she's like, "What you mean?" And right when she turned her head, he leaned in for the kiss. And my God, did Sarah kiss him? I mean, she said she ain't kissed nobody since Michael. Like, it was a lot of passion behind that kiss. Am I tripping, or did Sarah like really back him down? Like, Sarah gave him the business with that kiss, and then got in the car like, "Thank you," and like went. And so she was just like, I think she kind of was surprised herself that she just did that. But girl, I'm gonna need you to go out and not kiss random ass men, because you didn't know that man from a brick at the bar, or like that man could have passed something along to you before you even got his goddamn phone number good enough to call him 3 days in a row. Okay, but Sarah went off. She had a good old night. Who's not going to have a good night is Meghan, because bitch, after you watch this season, I swear to God, if there's another season when you and Meghan and you and Michael together, bitch, you get what you get, because this season Michael is giving off nothing but fuck nigga vibes. So Roc and Michael have a conversation, and Roc basically explains like, "Look, I'm digging Meghan." So he's like, "Oh, for real? Okay, so let's go in there and make her choose," type stuff. So they go in. And Meghan's looking like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Look, let's get this going." Like, you know, and so he like, "Okay, did you have sex with my homeboy?" Now, Meghan said no, but y'all, that energy was saying something else. Meghan, you ain't not ready to tell me that you didn't have no intercourse, no nothing with that man for him to sit there and say he got feelings. And for like his best homie girl at that, like, you're not going to tell me that ain't nothing happened with you and Roc, especially with your explanation of, "Oh, he was just there to tell me I was beautiful and give me a confidence boost, and you know, I just needed that while while he was away. He was just comfort for me." So basically, bitch, you were saying I was insecure. He told me I was pretty, and you know, that was what I needed. So it didn't just stop at a kiss, because it's not that type of insecure behavior. First of all, you insecure to be with Michael as. And I can already tell you right now, Roc would definitely do you better than Michael would, because Michael is a piece of shit. So he would have acted all big and bad and stuff anyways too. I don't like this, like, this BDE you thought you had, Michael, because you don't. BDE, big dick energy, for all you who's confused. But nonetheless, Meghan was like, no, he ain't smashed. So Roc is looking at her, oh, for real? That's Polo Roc. His heart broke. It broke hard. He said, okay. He's like, we adults here. Like, why you? And Meghan's like, man, come on. Like, ain't nothing happened. And so Michael's like looking like, okay, you gonna lie to me? Because he tell me, like, you said y'all just kissed. He said y'all was conversating. Like, it was a lot of stuff going on. Roc Polo feelings got hurt, so he got up and left. Now, Michael was like, he went, I guess, try to be an adult, be like, look, I did some stuff, I get that, you did some stuff. So Meghan's like, look, are we going to put this in the past or what? Like, are we going to move forward? Because, you know, we can't be leaving in the past. So he's like, look, okay, I'll tell you what you want to know. So Meghan straight up asked, look, you got any other bitches in your phone? And he was like, who, me? I'm like, nah, nigga, the mosquito in the window behind you. Yeah, you. So he's like, yeah, you know, I'm talking to other girls. And she's like, really? He's like, yeah. And in the confessional, he like, you know, I got other women because, you know, I don't like when I'm with somebody and they show me their sneaky ways. You know, I need loyalty. Michael, the nerve of you need loyalty. Oh, okay, loyalty to you is a bitch who keeps sticking beside you even after you keep doing her dirty, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruple times. That's what loyalty is to you, my nigga. That's what that is. Now, you want to sit there and say, oh, it's stuff like that that turns me off because, you know, I can't feel like, you know, I can't, like I'm on a leash and stuff like that. And then Meghan, after, I guess Meghan got up to leave or something like that, Michael was later off getting himself all, you know, so fresh, so clean in a towel after a shower, cupcaking with another bitch. And I'm like, now Meghan, you confused because he like, you know, Meghan wants to be in a relationship, but you know, I don't want that right now. So then why haven't you told her that, Michael? Why doesn't Meghan not know that you don't want to be in a relationship? Like, you sorry, my dude, you sorry. So then Meghan's like, well, you have to cut them other girls off if you're going to be with me. Joke's on you, psych. You think it's getting ready to happen, Meghan. You're going to be Sarah in 2 years. Fed up and tired to take care of that nigga's kids and paying for his phone bill because nigga's on his way to Miami next week. And Michael wouldn't think he making Meghan special because, oh, you know, I spent my money, you know, to come see you. I'm not talking to them other girls. I'm not with them right now. I came to see you, so I'm not talking to them. First of all, nigga, you probably didn't even buy the ticket in the first place, so that wasn't your money. Now, secondly, just because you in the same hotel room as Meghan don't mean shit if you still texting all the other bitches around, you know, the 50 states of the United States of America. You talking about Miami? First of all, a Miami ticket is expensive, so I'm guessing the bitch on the phone is gonna buy it after she sends you all them ass shots that you was asking for. To my, yeah, just send me any pictures, you know, what we gonna do when we get there. She talking about have fun. I said, bitch, herpes. Michael, you gonna be passing on chlamydia in 2 seconds if you don't quit. And he's like, yeah, you know, Meghan, you know, I don't know if I could be with Meghan because she ain't loyal. Like, that's not the type of woman I want. Like, Michael, fall off a cliff already. Like, miss me with that nigga. So now he gonna be off in, the producers asked me, oh, who is she? He talking about, oh, it's just something I'm working on. Oh, my nigga, how about work on a job? How about work on a job? How about paying for your kids' diapers and daycare? That's what you can work on. How about working on paying on your own goddamn phone bill, Michael? That's what you can work on. I swear to God, this nigga gets on my nerves. And Meghan, I swear, if you take this nigga back after this season, ooh, bitch, you get whatever you get. I swear, y'all, she gonna be pregnant next season. Put it on everything. Meghan gonna be pregnant next season, or it's gonna be a pregnancy scare. Watch, mark my words. So that was this episode, y'all. Let me quit. Let me go because I gotta get packing. Thank you for tuning in. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and I will check you guys on the flip side. Deuces.